本场比赛正式开始 ，Match begin。
Good afternoon, pool fans. Welcome back to the Huacai World Open. And once again, we have the Ronnie show for you guys. His break is going to be the sticking point. Now, how about this man's break? We're going to see a cracker here, surely. Nice strike. He's made the 6. Couple of balls tied up at the top of your screen. You can see the balls are scattering with a lot of velocity. The harder you can hit them, the more chance you give yourself to make a ball. Now Zheng's got a very interesting grip hand. He kind of like keeps his finger open as if he's holding chalk. Kind of imitating Ronnie a little bit. Ronnie likes to do that. All right, he's got the pink 4. He's got the 3 ball near the side pocket. That's going to be a ball he can use to either open the cluster, or he could even play a 3 ball plant here. I think that ball is wired. I'm not so sure he wants to do that though. It looks like he's planning to run into them here. It's tricky to get position. The 2 ball is a little bit far, and a couple of stripes could catch him off guard here. Looks like he's going for it. Looks like he's gone for it. A good result. He's got a shot on the 7. However, the 8 ball is tied up now. He's looking to make the 7 off the stripe, allowing him to change the angle of the cue ball. He's gonna have to flick the black somehow. Oh, he's done very well. What a shot that was. Beautiful shot. And you can see right away this man came to play. He's not gonna have stage fright facing the rocket. We've seen that stage fright with a couple of players early in this tournament, where they didn't really bring their A game because they were a little bit shell-shocked. It took them a while to warm up. It seems to me that this guy is not going to have this problem. Needs to bear down here on this 8 ball. No problem. All right, here we go. Rack number 2. Ronnie to break. Yeah, he's hit him pretty good. Made a ball on the side. He cut the cue ball again. It's always tracking towards that top side pocket. We've seen it yesterday. He had a couple of nasty scratches there yesterday when he played Siming Chen. And that was his downfall in that match. Pulled through in the loser qualification, in the loser pool, against a solid victory, against a Korean player, rather, with a solid performance. Yeah, he's missed an easy one, the 6 ball. And this could be pivotal when your opponent fires at you with a break and run in the first rack, and you've got a chance to do the same. You need to take it. I believe Zheng is playing with Perry Q. He's one of the few pros using a 2-piece Q, an American style Q. You have kind of a split between the top players. Some are using 1-piece Heyball Qs. There are some players that use 2-piece Qs. It's a kind of personal preference. I think there's advantages and disadvantages for both. In my opinion, the 1-piece Heyball Q offers better accuracy, smaller tip size, while the 2-piece Qs offer more power, more spin. Ronnie is obviously sticking with a 1-piece Heyball Q, something he will feel much more comfortable with transitioning from snooker. Nice shot in the side there. A big let-off. Zheng didn't really punish him. Ronnie needs to clean up here. Okay. The only problem is the 15. He might even decide to play a double here. He's looking at it. Might be a little tricky with the cue ball if he does it, so he's decided to play the 11. And he's missed the 11. And he's kind of tied up the 9 and 13, making his life more difficult should he come back to the table. For those of you who are tuning in, this is the Huacai World Open. My name is Timofey, and we are bringing all the action live to you on WPALive.tv, the home of Q Sports. We've had quite a treat for our audience so far, with Ronnie playing a few matches. Big hype for Ronnie's first pool tournament. Now, I don't know whether Ronnie has played American pool tournaments before. I know he's played the Mosconi Cup, if you can call it a tournament, though. It's more of an exhibition event. Obviously, Ronnie's played quite a number of exhibitions on the Chinese table already. So he's no stranger to this table. He's had quite a lot of table time. But it's a different thing competing with prize on the line. Very interesting technique from Zheng. He keeps on taking off his forefinger. Oh, he's made a good shot every time he lines up. I've seen players do this when they still hold their chalk in their grip hand, but he's not holding any chalk. He still has that little finger off the cue thing going on. Very interesting. Might catch a glimpse of it here. Watch his right hand. There's that finger off the cue. It's still off the cue. Then he puts it back before he takes the final stroke. Very interesting. Yeah, you can see it clearly there. Here we go. Zheng to break. He's pulled out a really good one in his first attempt. A lot of power going through the rack. Did he make anything though? I think it's dry. Okay, well, if he keeps breaking like this and comes up dry, Ronnie is gonna have a good chance here. He's failed to capitalize on his first break, the last track. He definitely needs to do it here. I see nothing to stop him. The only thing that can stop him is maybe a little bit of anxiety. Good shot there. Good recovery. Yeah, Ronnie's been playing decent, not great. Been playing decent if I was to rate his performance so far in this tournament. He definitely can do a lot better. His mistakes were mostly silly misses, maybe lapses of concentration once in a while. But when he did focus hard, he's always produced sometimes some amazing clearances. His cue ball control has been really good, and I think that's a staple of Ronnie. And you can see here how quickly he solved that pattern. And just a little draw shot here should get him on the 8. Ronnie. Dry break, unfortunately. He's lost the cue ball again. It's always the same side of the table. Yeah, I kind of know what's happening, why Ronnie is not getting the results on the break. He's trying to muscle it using his upper body to try and get the cue speed, which to break really hard becomes counterproductive at some point. If you try too hard, you need to get your feet and body working in unison. And you need to raise the back of your cue upwards to get the leverage. And that's something that Ronnie needs to train, because that is not an easy technique to learn. You can see the top China players employing this technique when they break. In order to deliver that extra juice to the cue ball. Well, this looks like an easy run out though. I think the 11 goes in the side. If it does, all he has to do here is play for the 10, then the 11, then the 12, and the 8 is gonna be lined up nice and pretty for the side pocket. Yeah, Ronnie knows he's caught a big fish in this match. Mr. Zheng has had a good year, I think, this year. I do believe he's done very, very well in one of the Duya tournaments, which is another discipline where they play 9-ball on the Chinese table. I'm not sure if I remember, but he might have actually won one. He's certainly been a player that's been knocking on the top steps. Loser packs his bags and goes home. Winner advances to the last 16. And there you have it. You could see that raise on that break shot. You gotta raise your backhand to get the cue up, creating more leverage. You can only swing the cue so far if you're just swinging it level. By raising the back end of your cue, you allow gravity to help you, and also bring your shoulder into the equation. So for somebody like Ronnie, who's been cueing in one way his whole life, the break shot is something very alien to him, surely. Yeah, and what's not going to be alien is the prospect of running out this rack here by Zheng. This looks very good. A perfect pattern, really. He could play the 6, the 7, the 2, 5, 3, and 8. He could play the 2 now as well. Whatever he chooses, really. I just don't see him messing up from here. Ronnie needs to stay calm. Just like in snooker, there's big momentum swings in this game. You might see a player race off to a couple of racks lead, taking advantage of some good rolls, some good breaks. Ronnie hasn't really done much wrong so far. He's had one mistake in this match, I believe in rack number 2. He's gonna have a chance to fire back next rack. Yeah, Zheng's kind of lost the cue ball. He didn't really want to play this pattern. I'm not sure why he had to work so hard. Ideally, he would be playing the 5 at this stage to drop in on the 3, but as it stands, he's gonna have to do the opposite. Looks like he's drawing back. And now he's gonna have to work the cue ball. He could play it in the corner. Just needs to be careful. He can land for the side pocket, I believe. He could also stun for the corner. He's got options. Yeah, he's stun across short side. Perfect for the side. Yeah, Ronnie's practicing to put his shoulder into it. To get that follow through. Oh. Well, he's mishit it. And the cue ball straight to the side pocket. And this could be costly. Very costly. Yeah, if Ronnie can get his break sorted out, he certainly would be in with a much bigger chance when he plays top players like this guy right here. And once again, the only problem ball is the blue 2. You might see him drop forward here a little bit and try to line up the 2 next. I mean, he's got options. Let's see whether he decides to play the 2 as soon as he can. I think that's your answer. If he makes this, there's nothing to stop him. Needs to bear down here. This is missable. I've seen this shot missed many times. Yeah, he's missed it. A chance for Ronnie. Now, does the plant go at the bottom of your screen? It looks tight. I'm not so sure whether the 11 can actually go. He does have the option to play rail first on that pink 12 and use those 2 colors. Uh-oh, what's he done here? Oh boy, Ronnie. What's happened there? He's lost the cue ball a little bit. I think he's got the 9 just about. Very fortunate. Yeah, be careful, Ronnie. You don't want to have your shirt touch one of those stripes. Yesterday night, Ronnie was in a tough battle against the young Korean player. Uh-oh. Cue ball. Ooh. Yeah, that was close. Anyway, yesterday Ronnie was in a tough battle with a young Korean player. And it looked like a big comeback was on the cards until Kim made a foul at just the wrong time with his jersey, with his shirt. And that was the end of the comeback. It was quite heartbreaking. Oh, okay, a scratch. That's just what Ronnie needed. A great safety. Bought him a chance. Yeah, looks pretty easy from here. Nice view of his technique with the bridge. Elementary stuff here. I think he'll play the 15 first. It's a little bit less angle. He needs to hold the cue ball. There it is. A bit of check side. Here we go. Zheng to break. I'm gonna have a great look at his technique. He's gonna raise the backhand and bam! Well, he made a lot of noise. He hit him really hard. The balls are scattering everywhere. Nothing went in. Chance for Ronnie. The stripes, I think. Yeah, looks like he's playing the plant. Tricky little plant. Oh. The 12 stays up. How does it stay up? He can't believe it. Can't believe that ball stayed up. Frankly, I can't believe it either. He played it with a big margin, cushion first. Yet somehow, maybe the pace of the shot was a little speedy. Yeah, this is handing it over on a silver platter for your opponent. Look at the balls. He's got nothing he needs to do here. He's gonna play a combination here, I think. Or is he playing the 9? He could play the 9 and just drift across. Honestly, he's got so many options. Yeah, he's playing the 14. Yeah, Ronnie can't afford to pass back racks like this. He needs to spend a little bit more time. I felt like maybe he played that plant very quickly. It looked unmissable. The ball was in the pocket. But rest assured, these pockets are not as easy as they look. The corners can be brutal. Wow. I'm not so sure Zheng wanted to play the cue ball this way, but he got away with it. I mean, he's perfect on the 15. Yeah, this man's not gonna make any mistakes when the play is in the open. I just don't see it happening. He looks very controlled, very confident. He's definitely got a very weird style with his grip hand. Lets his finger off the cue and then he puts it back. And he's certainly very precise. There's that finger. There, he puts it back before the final stroke. Yeah, much squarer hit from Ronnie this time. The cue ball went more or less through the middle of the table. But unfortunately for Ronnie, nothing dropped into the pocket. And once again, it looks like stripes are the better colors. We've seen a lot of stripes being run in the last few frames. It seems like they've been the color of choice for an easy clearance. The only problem I see is that blue 10, although I don't think it's a big problem. I do believe it goes in the side pocket. It might even be potable to the bottom right. Our vantage point might be a little bit misleading, but either way, side pocket looks good. He's got a couple of balls to lead him there. He's probably gonna stun this. One rail out. Okay. A little bit too straight, I believe. He's got a smidge of an angle. Yeah, there's a better view. The 10 does not go in the corner. So he's gonna have to find a way. Oh, he's running into it. This is risky. I don't like that. That was very aggressive, but I think it was very unnecessary. And he's found himself stuck here. Could be a chance for Ronnie. A bit of a blunder from Zheng. Does he have the 11? Oh, no, I don't think so. He's looking to swerve. Yeah, he might lay the cue ball down table as well. He could fan the 10 and just put the cue ball down table near the 8 somewhere. Yeah, it's not bad. But Ronnie can find a nasty spot to stick him up table. He's looking at it. Yeah, he's got 3 colors there as a blocker. He's got the 3 ball too. I'm not so sure if he can finesse it behind the 3. I don't think he's gonna try. Yeah, he's trying to just move them right down just behind those colors, and he's done very well. One thing that I've picked up on, Ronnie's safety game has been really good this tournament. Probably his strongest. In his earlier matches, his safeties have always paid off. Oh, that is so lucky. Look at this. This is the absolute best place that Zheng could have landed without selling out a shot for Ronnie. Very fortunate. Yeah, Ronnie's gonna have to do something here. Maybe fan this ball, try to run the cue ball, zigzag it, up table somehow. Yeah, this is not easy. He's in a bit of a pickle here. He's got no choice. Yeah, he's thinning it. Watch out, side pocket. Watch out, 2 ball. Okay. I think he's done pretty well, actually. Unless the 10 ball is available, but I just don't think it is. A safety behind the 11. A pretty poor effort, really. He wanted the cue ball behind the 11. Yeah, Ronnie can hit the 7, but what can he do with the cue ball? Needs to be careful here. The knuckle of the side pocket could play big. He's going short rail. Yeah, with spin. Yeah, that's a good shot. He drew it with left spin to pull the cue ball a little bit closer to the side pocket, because the natural line was taking the cue ball straight into the point of the pocket. We're gonna see a jump here. Yeah, he's trying to jump the 11, because if he misses, the cue ball is gonna find its resting place somewhere down here, maybe under the 10, maybe under the 8. Oh, well, what he didn't account for is the double kiss. And here we go. Ronnie's great safety play has bought him a chance at a clearance here. And it's not a bad chance. All the balls are open. Oh, what's he done there? Yeah, he's not happy with himself. Another jump. He's looking to pot this. He could scratch in the bottom left corner too. Oh, he's made it. What a shot. What a shot. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better shot. That is a highlight reel shot by Zheng. Beautifully done. He's a bit unfortunate not to have a shot on the 11. I mean, that was such a tough jump from that angle. He's gonna have to bank the 10 here. I mean, he's gotta be aggressive, surely. If he makes this bank. Now he's playing safe. Okay. It's not bad. Yeah, I doubt we'll see Ronnie jump here, even though this position is fairly easy to jump. But I think Ronnie is going to play a different shot. And he's played it very well. He wanted to make sure the 11 is not available. Still hanging on Ronnie in this frame. After that very, very bad miss on the 3. He might still have a chance here, because this shot is one of the toughest shots you can play on the Heyball table. Is he gonna try to make it? I'm not sure. He might play safe here. Yeah. Using the 8 ball. Yeah, Ronnie's got a lot of places to hide, to be honest with you. I think he's going to use the 7 and play one rail and stick the cue ball right on top of the 3. Yeah, that's what he tried. Another jump coming up. I have a feeling this rack is a very pivotal rack. It's been a very protracted safety exchange. This could be the shot. Oh, well, he's missed it. He's left Ronnie with an opening, but it's not easy. I think we're gonna see him play the 1 ball here. Nicely done. Nicely done. Okay, a stop shot. 3 ball next. He can play the 2 in the side. He can go under the 4. Yeah, he's playing the 2 in the side. He can use the 10 as a barge board. Perfect. Yeah, he's looking to land nicely on the 4. Anywhere there, Ronnie. Should get the job done. Yeah, placed it exactly there. Yeah, slightly narrow angle, so he's decided to stun this. He could draw it out directly as well. Yeah, he stunned it. Came out perfect. A sledgehammer of a break there by Zheng. Did he make a ball though? I think not. Ronnie back to the table. This rack, however, looks a little tougher. We've had a couple of open racks so far. Not much in terms of clusters, but this one here, you could clearly see 3 separate clusters with a solid and a stripe locked together. You have the 6 and the 9, the 7 and the 13, and the 3 and the 12. Well, the first one is solved by Ronnie. A very nice 3-ball plant. Now for those American 8-ball players who are tuning in and watching this, there are some differences in rules. especially when the table's still open, you cannot play the opposite color plant. So Ronnie had to hit a stripe, then hit a solid, which then hit another stripe, potting it into the corner. You cannot hit a solid and pot a stripe. That is not allowed in this game. You have to hit the color that you're looking to pot. Oh, was he looking to pot that? What was that? It's a terrible shot. I'm not so sure what happened there, but he missed that by miles. Surely he was trying to pot that ball. Yeah, very unexpected error there from Ronnie. I don't think even he can believe it. And that was a nice attempt. He's tried to open them up. You can see how fast these guys fix the clusters on the table. Ronnie's had a quick visit, and he's already solved 2 out of the 3 clusters that we mentioned. And the very first shot that Zheng took, he tried to open the final cluster, which would have allowed him an easy run out. But unfortunately, he's failed to dislodge them wide enough. So he's gonna have to try it again at some point. Yeah, Zheng's got very interesting technique. The way he holds his cue with his finger off the cue that comes back just before the final stroke. There it goes. His bridging hand as well. He seems to stretch his fingers very wide, having a very big gap. You might see it here as well. Look at that. Oh, well. He's missed an easy one in the side. Yeah, it seems like both players are raking up some silly errors here. Ronnie's gonna play cushion first, I believe. He's overcut it. And this could be the worst shot he could have played, because if the 7 is potable, then it's exactly the spot that Zheng wants to be. This could be big. Yeah, he can make it. But he hasn't really left himself an easy shot here on the 2. He's gonna have to cut this ball in, razor thin. The cue ball is gonna be traveling. Yeah, still a few shots to be played here. Nicely done. Beautiful shot. Perfect. Yeah, I think he's gonna take his medicine here. Create a bit of an angle on the 4 ball so he can drop on the 8 ball in the side. So I think a draw here, then play through the gap, 1 cushion. A little bit of low left here. About 7 o'clock cue ball. Oh, well. He's a bit shy with the spin, and this is not easy by any standards. He's gonna have to play a bank shot here. That was not a good shot at all. He didn't get enough spin into the cue ball. Yeah, an awkward bank. Very awkward bank. This is missable. This is missable. And Ronnie springs to the table. You can see how fast he got out of his chair. A big chance here to close up in this match. Yeah, smart play. A lot of players would have chosen to go above the 11. It was a narrow line. Ronnie's chosen to check it instead. Yeah, nicely struck ball there. I don't see anything that can stop him here. Ooh, well, that was close. Last thing he wanted is to bump it to the rail. But it's all right. It's perfect. A little bit too much angle on this ball. He's gonna have to probably travel one cushion or play it very softly. I think the one cushion is the better play. Okay. Ronnie trails by only one rack. Picking point was his break. He's made a ball. He's made two. Now Stephen Feeney, one of the famous coaches in snooker. I saw his post earlier. He was commenting about Ronnie's break. I think he mentioned that Ronnie's had a bit of an elbow condition. I'm not sure what he means by that. Maybe a bit of injury. So he's a little bit concerned how Ronnie is able to navigate this break, to be able to produce the power required. Well, he's done okay in this break, that's for sure. And he's got a chance here. Yeah, I don't think it's so much about the elbow. It's more about the body, the raise of the body. It's all in your feet, actually, to be able to raise the back of your setup to produce that leverage. So I think Ronnie's approach is a little bit wrong. He's trying to produce it through arm power alone, pulling the cue back level. If you watch the very top breakers in the world, you will see the back of the cue rise upwards with their whole body, using their feet. So it's a different animal breaking in pool, especially in Heyball. with this format, the more powerful and controlled your break, the easier are your runouts. And speaking of easy runouts, Ronnie made that look from China. This is the Huacai World Open last 32 stage. My name is Timofey, and we've got a match on our hands. Ooh, what a big break that was. Big break. We had Zheng take an early lead, and it looked like Ronnie was not playing his best, made a couple of errors. But he's managed to close the gap, pull it back. Played a brilliant break and run in the last rack. Now we know the weakness is going to be his break for Ronnie. So he needs the table to be a little bit kind when he's breaking. Now this man right here absolutely pummels the break. And you can see the results. He's going to have to play a good shot here. A cross-side bank shot. Running the cue ball under the 2. Coming around for the 2 into the corner. Oh, he's made it. Oh, he's flicked the 2. And this could be tricky now. This 7 ball, it looks easy, but rest assured, it's one of those shots that you train hard, because you know when the time comes, you need to make it. I'll be curious to see whether he goes for it. I think he is. This takes a very firm hit. 1 tip below center. Yeah, he's shaking his head. There is not a lot of angle, though. I don't know if he can stun this out far enough. Can he play a follow shot here? Yeah, this is so hard. Looks like he is playing a follow shot. What a shot. What a shot. What a shot he just played. That is the shot of the match for me. Wow. That is an absolute beauty. And he's landed on the 2, opening the cluster with the 8. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Yeah, nicely done. Pretty perfect on the 5. Yeah, he's going to be stretching here. You might see him just drop this 5 ball dead weight and play the 1 in the side. Only because he's stretched out. I wouldn't want to draw this with the rest. I think just a little tap, roll it in. The pocket plays big. He might differ. He might beg to differ with me. Yeah, he's done. He's done just that. And you can see the pocket took the ball. Perfect angle. And follow shot. Nicely done. Yeah, this has been... If he makes this 8, assuming he does, this has been the most brilliant clearance of the match so far, surely. He's shown us quite some firepower, Zheng. He's an explosive player, no doubt about it. And the 8 drops into the corner. All right, we've seen an explosive break and run from Zheng. Can Ronnie fire back? He needs a good break here. Does the 5 go? Does the 10 go? Oh, the 12 doesn't go either. 3 balls threatened the pocket, but neither of them found the mark. Yeah, it wasn't the best effort from Ronnie. You can see the difference in power. He's just not getting the movement of the balls. And once again, a chance here for the stripes. Uh-oh, that wasn't the play. And after such a beautiful clearance last frame, his first shot of this frame, Zheng plays an absolute stinker. What was that? He's left himself nothing, really. Maybe the 14 in the bottom left corner with a bit of spin. A delicate shot. Certainly not what he was aiming for. This is missable. Just not today. What a shot. Okay. He's looking to play the 10 first. I think the 15 passes into the... Okay, he's taking the cut on the 15. Interesting. Yeah, he's made a conscious decision to do that because it allows a nice angle. If he makes the 15, he's going to drop right on the 11 with a natural position. It is a little bit of a stretch, but I don't think it's going to cause him too much trouble here. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, Zheng's picked up a gear here. He started off this match playing very strong. Took an early... Let's have a look at this break. Yeah, good strike. Balls are flying. And he's made 2. This has been the differentiating factor in this match so far. Ronnie's been breaking okay in this match, I'd say. He's had a couple of good breaks, but it seems to me that Zheng is really starting to dial in. His last 3 breaks all were productive, and Ronnie knows this. This could spell trouble. Now we've upped the race a little bit today in this last 32 knockout stage. The players are racing to 17 racks, best of 33. So a long, long way to go yet. Key shot coming up. He's pretty straight on this 4-ball. Slight angle perhaps. He's gonna have to pull out a nice controlled draw stroke. Yeah, he's looking over to make sure he doesn't foul. Yeah, nice shot. Very nice. The 2-ball goes by the 9, surely. Ooh, just about. A nice stun here. Maybe 1 tip below center. I don't think you need to use any side spin on this shot. And you end up tracking straight towards the 8. Perfect. Oh no. I was gonna say Ronnie desperately needs a good break. Well, he probably played the worst break of the match so far. Scratches straight in the side pocket. Yeah, Zheng's looking to see whether he can even move the 2 and 9 here on this shot. He's looking at it. Main difficulty for him is definitely the 2. Looks pretty tight, actually. Looks pretty tight. He's missed with ball in hand. Oh boy. He was so concerned about the cue ball. He wanted to land on the 2 because that was the only problem ball he's had on this run out. He's focused so much on it that he missed with ball in hand. And you rarely see that. But even at this level, it can happen. Yeah, Ronnie's gonna have to punish him here. He must punish him. But if he does this, he might punish himself. What's he done there? Yeah, just a very poor effort from Ronnie. What's he doing here? He's gonna have to just tap it, leave it over the side, try to leave him no shot. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be a lot to play for in this particular rack. But the way I see it, Ronnie really fumbled there. He could have taken a lot more time on his first shot, especially after such a critical error by his opponent. Yeah, still a lot to play for. This is not going to be an easy run out by any standards. He's got a good angle here. He could roll the cue ball forward and bump the 9, leaving himself positioned on the 11 and possibly 9. I do think it's a good option. I think he's just going to go straight into the 9 here if he follows this cue ball, but it looks like he's not. Yeah, he's kind of stunned it a little bit, and I think that was a mistake. He's flicked the 2 first. He stun followed it. I would have thought he'd be following it directly, bumping the 9, instead of trying to hit the 2 first. Yeah, thin cut here. He's gonna try. Tricky little shot. Nicely done. Good shot. Still, the 8 ball presents a challenge. He's looking to see whether the 8 ball can bank in the cross side. When he picks up the orange, he'll open the lane for the bank. So that could be an option. Oh, he's tried to open the 8 ball. He's failed to do that. He could try to open it here too, but I just don't see how that's going to be effective. The chances are it's just going to push the 8 ball closer to those 2 solids. He might be trying it anyway. No, he's just played a... Oh, yeah. This is going to be tough. This is going to be tough. Even if he makes the 15, given his position right now, almost certain to have a long shot on the 8 ball. Makes it very missable. And this shot is not easy either. You really want to bear down. This is the kind of shot where you might want to look at the cue ball last. He's played a really nice pot, but like I said, he's still got work to be done here on the 8. This is far from easy. And missing this will almost certainly surrender an easy opportunity to Ronnie. key ball here. Oh, what a shot that is. What a shot. It looks like we almost have a Great Wall of China there at the top of the table. A lot of balls clustered together. Yeah, Zheng's trying to open them up, but he might lose the cue ball. And this is just what Ronnie needed. He's already down by 4 racks. He needs to pull one back and then follow up with a break and run of his own at the very least. Let's see what he does here. Oh, he's going to try to open the balls from the 3. Interesting choice. Yeah, he's thought twice about it. I mean, he could play the 10. He could navigate himself for a shot on the 11. The 12 is still going to be tough, though. Yeah, he needs to make a decision here. It looks like he's going with his secondary plan. And that was a really nice shot. He's moved a lot of balls, a lot of solids next to the pocket. An excellent shot. One 5 combo here. Did it float far enough? I think it's potable. But the cue ball is going to double kiss the 2 here after making contact with the 1. So he needs to control them. There's the double kiss. Yeah, this is not easy. It's a very acute angle into the side. And if he wants to pull the cue ball to the middle of the table, he's going to need to do a lot of inside spin here. This is very missable. This is a tricky shot. Yeah, he's not even trying it. He's not even trying. Yeah, pretty easy safety here for Zheng. Well, he's not playing safe. He's played a 2-way shot. And he's landed on the 12. I'd be curious to know whether he'll try to draw into that 14, opening it up, or whether he just drops above it. Yeah, he's gone for the second option. He's certainly not afraid of cushion balls. He's made a few very difficult rail shots in this match already. And this one here is... Well, I was gonna say, this is not a difficult one. And straight away, the commentator's curse before I could even finish my sentence. What does Ronnie do here? Yeah, it's a safety, I think. Oh, okay. Oh, well, hold on a second. Bit of fortune there by the Rocket. I mean, I think he was trying to make that ball off the two. I really do. But as it is, it's perfect. Wow, this could be big. He desperately needed a bit of luck, though. And he's gotten it. And what a shot that was. Yeah, Ronnie's back. We are coming to you live from China. This is the Huacai World Open. One of the biggest tournaments in Heyball pool. That's happening right now. We are in the last 32 stage. It's a straight single elimination knockout from here. We have the legend, the GOAT himself, Ronnie O'Sullivan, trying his hand at a new discipline. And he's done quite well so far. He's progressed out of the group stage on the one loss side. But now he's got his hands full with one of the top and up-and-coming youngsters from China, Zheng, who, as you can see on that shot, is not afraid to show his talents here. And that was one great shot right there. He stayed down really nice on that. Lasered in straight into the back of the pocket. Both players have played quite well in this match. I think Ronnie's safety game has been top-notch. Whenever a long safety battle ensued, Ronnie came out on top almost always. However, Zheng's big break has allowed him, with a couple of break and runs, to open up a 3-rack lead. We are racing to 17 racks. So just approaching half stage in this match. Zhang's put on a very long extension on the back of his cue. So this is... Oh, I was gonna say, it makes that shot a little awkward. Did he get away with that? Does he have the two in the side? I'm not so sure. I think it goes. You might have to twist it a little bit, using outside spin. He could kind of draw the cue ball a little bit and play for the 5. It might be thinner though than it looks on our screen. Yeah, he is drawing the cue ball, but it's very thin. Yeah, this ball pushes, so you have to aim it thinner than it looks. Oh, he's done pretty well. I'm not so sure if he has a shot on the 1 though. I think he just about has it. Looks very tight, but I think it's on. All he needs is a stop shot, really. So if he can see it, certainly he will pot it. Nicely done. Yeah, this man is ice cold. So far I have not seen any nerves from him. He's been just disciplined, solid, accurate. The whole package. Another big break by Zheng. Made a ball again. His last 4 breaks have been all successful. He's made multiple balls. You could see that in the stats earlier. Ronnie is only at about 25% success rate on the break, while I think Zheng's percentages are only going up. He might have the 7 in the side here. If he does, he could play the solids. It's not easy. The angle is a little awkward. I think it's negative. The cue ball is going to be tracking. And he's going to draw it out. He might go underneath the 2. It'd be a nice shot here. Yeah, he's pulled it too much. He wanted to go around the 2. This could end his run here. Yeah, Zheng tried to make a tough 3 ball to continue his run. It's been a tough draw for Ronnie this last 32 match. Zheng is no stranger to the big stage. He's already won one huge event in China. As I've been told, it was a 5 million joy event where eventually he was crowned the champion. Quite recent as well. So for those who are wondering, how good is Ronnie in this game and how well does he stack up versus top champions from China? This is probably the best measure so far we've had. Obviously, Ronnie has played a couple of exhibition matches, winning a few of them, I might add. But a tournament is no exhibition. It's a different feeling. A lot more pressure. Ronnie's gonna hit a rail here. Yeah, he's just about hit a rail. Is he looking to make this 4-ball plant here? Cut the 5 into the 11, 11 into the 10, and make the 4? This is very tricky. He's going for it, I think. Oh, what a shot. He's made it. No positional value, however. But that was a very difficult combination. A 4-ball plant. Judged to perfection. Yeah, I feel like Zheng's been looking more and more aggressive as this match goes on. Is he trying to bank this 2-ball here? He might be. He might be. Yeah, that was just too much. Too difficult. Ronnie's got options. If he can play the pink stripe, the 12 ball, he might be able to solve a lot of trouble here, but he's not doing that. He's going for safety. And I don't blame him. He's found the sweet spot where to play safe. Forcing Zheng to kick. And this is not an easy kick either. He's gonna have to spin the cue ball a little bit. Looking to hit the 5 or the 3. Yeah, good hit. Okay. Yeah, Ronnie's looking to lay the cue ball. Either somewhere near the 11 or on the top rail. I think he's gonna play the top rail. Now he's gone for the first option. Another aggressive shot. Yeah, I'm not sure what Ronnie's done there. He wanted the cue ball on the top rail. And this could be a big mistake, a big blunder. He was nowhere near in getting it safe. He knows it. A nice draw shot coming up. Yeah, well played. When the ball is close to the rail like this, the delayed draw, the inertia of the cue ball pushes through, hits the rail, and only then the draw picks up. You can manipulate the angle of the cue ball. And that's precisely what he's done. This is as good of a shot he could hope for on this 3. And it seems like Ronnie's been stuck at 6 racks. A poor safety effort has lost him another frame. All right, desperately needing a good break here, Ronnie. Will something find a pocket? Nothing goes down. He did a very nice hit there, a very square hit. Nothing wrong with that break by any standards. It was probably one of his best breaks of the match so far. It was very unfortunate not to get a ball to drop. And we have a very interesting situation that you rarely see in 8-ball. Have a look. All the stripes are down table. All the solids are up table. What are the odds of that? I'll tell you what, Zheng's not gonna mind because it makes his run-out so much easier. I don't see him faltering from here. I really don't. The way he's been playing, he's gonna play the 2, then maybe the 4. His only problem ball, if you can even call it that. He certainly can drop in on it into the side pocket just like this. There's another look at his grip hand. His index finger is hovering. He takes it off the cue, then puts it back before the final stroke. Very unorthodox. But it seems to be working. Yeah, he's playing quick now. He's relaxed. He's measured. This guy is a tough customer. Probably the strongest player, or one of the strongest players in the field. Certainly a favorite for this event, given his recent success on the Joy. He's won 5 million RMB on that Joy event. One of the grandmasters. Okay, here we go. What a big break. What a dry break. Yeah, Ronnie desperately needed that. What a big break that was. Balls are scattering, flying everywhere. The good news for Ronnie, they all look very easy from here. He can make the 3, pick up the 4, and those are the 2 balls that are nearest to the cushion. Everything else is wide open. Yeah, needs to take his time here, Ronnie. Yeah, smart play. He plays the 4 first. Little draw shot here, I think. Pretty much bring the cue ball to where it's at right now. I do think it's dead straight. He had a little bit of an angle. Even better. All he has to do is ensure he's got a good angle on the 2 right after he pockets the 1 ball. And if he manages to do that, I see nothing stopping him. It's a rack he desperately needs to win to stay in this match. We are racing to 17. And Zheng is almost there. He's at 12. Almost more than 2/3 of the way. Yeah, Ronnie is looking where he wants the cue ball. He's going to play the 7 here, I think. Unless he decides to take the cut on the 6. Yeah, okay, he's played the 6 first. Yeah, he landed perfect. Now I'm very curious. Yeah, if he follows the cue ball here, it's a tough line from the 7 to the 8. So he's going to have to draw it. Yeah, this makes things a lot easier. Side pocket position. Perfect. Watch out, cue ball. Oh no. Oh no, Ronnie. What have you done? Heyball. Oh. For a second I thought the 8-ball might get knocked into the corner by the 6. It looked good for a second. But it was just slightly wide. And this is getting from bad to worse for Ronnie, I believe. Yeah, the way this match has progressed, I just don't see a way back for him now. He desperately needed to win that last rack. He scratched on the black. Most unfortunate of events. And now a dry break can only compound the mistake. Not the best shot from Zheng. I think he was playing for the 6. I mean, he still has the 4 ball, so it's not bad. If he has an angle here, he could open up the 3 as well. It looks like he doesn't. He's looking to play the bank. A cross-side double. I think there's just about enough space for a lane here. It's not a difficult shot. He's looking to play for the 2 next, I think. Yeah. The 2 ball does pass the 8. It's a narrow path. I don't know if it's frozen. If the ball is frozen, makes his life a lot easier. But if it's slightly off the cushion, you have to hit it very precise. I do believe it's frozen. Oh, it was, but he's just missed it there. I'll tell you what, though, it's not a big deal because he's got Ronnie in jail. The 8 ball is stuck. No matter what. No matter what happens here, even if Ronnie somehow manages to mop up these colors here, the 8-ball is going to be a problem. Yeah, very big predicament here for Ronnie. I'd be very curious to see what he tries to do. And there again, you can see his stance. Very, very square to the table. We did discuss it yesterday. The Heyball table is slightly lower than a snooker table in terms of height. It is higher than an American pool table. So it's somewhere in between. Here we go. Is Ronnie gonna try to open them? Oh, he did. Oh, don't make the black. Oh my goodness. And once again, Ronnie, by just absolutely rotten luck, loses another rack on the 8 early. I feel it for Ronnie there. Honestly. He had to play that breakout shot. He did nothing wrong there. He really did nothing wrong. His back was against the wall. He had to break them up for the black to go in like it did. It's 1 in a million, really. Okay. He's 14-6 down. He's got nothing to lose. He's got nothing to prove. I'd like to see Ronnie start to relax a little bit and just play his game. In pool terms, we call it the loser's stroke. When you're so far behind, at the back of your mind, you've already lost. You say to yourself, well, I've got not much of a chance here, so I'm just gonna play and have fun. And players sometimes can find unexpected form when the pressure is off like that. And I'm really hoping that Ronnie is gonna catch a gear here. Very nicely done. Beautiful shot. He would be very unlucky if he's frozen on the 12 without a shot on the 15. I mean, if that's what's happened here, that's just terrible luck. I still think he can make it though. He's got the 9 in the side, so there are options here. Yeah, watch out, Ronnie. That shirt needs to stay off that ball. Oh, what a nice shot he's just played. He dropped into the gap, allowing him to make the 12 ball. The next shot is going to be very touchy. I'm not sure. He's not trying to play the 12 here. He's trying to make the 9 in the side pocket. Oh. Yeah, I'm not so sure why he didn't play the 12 there. I really am puzzled. He could have dropped the 12 in dead weight, surely, or stun it one rail. I know it's a back cut. It wasn't easy, but certainly it was a lot easier than the shot he just tried. A shot that also offered no positional value. So a bit of a mental blunder there from Ronnie. And he's left Zheng with another chance here. He's gonna play the 1 and bump the 2, hopefully bumping it over the pocket. Perfect. Look at that. Yeah, this man's been playing really well this match. He's had a couple of shaky errors in the beginning. But once he took a comfortable lead, he looks unstoppable. He really lays his bridge hand very flat on the table, does Zheng. Almost unnaturally stretching his index finger very wide. You don't see that done by many players. So he certainly brings his own style to the game. Yeah, nice little stun shot here. A touch of a low left. Could even play it just plain ball. Just a bit of draw. Comes out perfect for the 8. And Zheng's gonna move 1 rack closer to victory. It's a race to 17. And he leads. Yeah, another dry break. He's hit them really soft this time, Ronnie. He really didn't try to hit them hard at all. And when you hit them that soft, you just don't allow much chances for balls to drop. We are playing with a hand-racked format. No magic racks, no templates. Hand-racked by the referee. So every rack is going to be slightly different. Ooh. And that was very uncharacteristic. An easy shot missed by Zheng. But once again, Ronnie finds himself with a lot of puzzles to solve. The 14 is stuck. It's still open. He can't play the 7 to make the 14. You can't do that in Heyball. You have to hit your color, the one that you are intending to pot. It looks like Ronnie might be tempted to play a very daring shot here. Cut the 12 in the top corner. Play the cue ball into the cluster. Oh, he's just hit it too soft. A brilliant effort, He just misjudged the pace a little bit. He wanted just a bit more pace to leave the 14 over the pocket. Tough shot here in the side pocket. Nailed it. He's got the 10 in the 11, I think, in the corner. Okay. Yeah, if only he could have bumped that 14 a little lower, it would be so much easier. He's trying to hit him again. He's missed it. He still has a shot, but this now is super tricky. Can he? Yeah, he's playing safe. He's playing safe. He doesn't want to make that ball. What a shot. Yeah, Zheng's not afraid of taking long balls from the cushion. Straight ins. His plain ball striking has been exceptional in this game. He hardly missed any long shots. And he's played a nasty safety. Ronnie's gonna have to try and hit the 14. There's no point for him to try and hit the 15 because that will take away the only pot that he has available. So he's trying to nest the cue ball somewhere there. Well, he's found the pocket. It was a good effort. And it looks like Zheng's gonna try to open them up right here. I'm surprised he's not using the 3 ball. Oh, wait a minute. No, he's laying up the 5, leaving Ronnie snookered. Interesting. Very smart play. I'm not sure if the 14 is frozen. Ronnie has no choice. And that was a very big trap. Zheng still got a problem. The pink 4. But he's got a couple balls near it to dislodge it. He could even try to do it here. He missed it. No problem. He could draw into it here. He could follow. Needs to watch out for the 14. Looks like he's drawing. What a shot. What a shot. Yeah, Zheng's so aggressive, so accurate. I'm very impressed by his play so far. I mean, he's had it easy. Ronnie has handed him a number of racks. A couple of 8 balls that were made with a foul, resulting in an instant loss. Could have been a lot closer this match. But without a big break, we knew that Ronnie was always going to be at a disadvantage versus the very top players in China. And I think Ronnie's discovered that firsthand. I'm sure he's well aware of his weaknesses. And it looks like Zheng's gonna be on the hill with this easy black. Out of snooker, Ronnie O'Sullivan is slumped in his chair. Oh, and what a break that was. It's dry, however. Yeah, Ronnie's been on the receiving end of a masterclass performance by Zheng. It's fair to say he's had his chances. He's let a few slip away from him. A bit of bad luck was definitely part of it. I do think Ronnie's used up all his bad luck already. He needs to get this rack here. Okay. It's not too bad. He might be forced to bank the one here. It's a nice double. Well, it was a nice double. But Ronnie's butchered it. Was nowhere near making that side pocket. And I think this is an area where the snooker players will find it a little bit difficult. Most of the time, when I see snooker players miss banks, it seems to be going longer. And I think because the snooker table is a lot bigger, so the angles are actually a lot wider on those doubles. Yeah, nice little shot there by Zheng. Using the 1, made the pocket big, and he's opened up the 13. I'm not sure whether the 12 can go into the bottom right corner or the 14. It's a bit of a puzzle to solve here. He could open the balls up right here, but it just doesn't give him an easy shot, so we might see him be a bit adventurous. And that's actually not a bad result at all. He's got the 9 in the corner. Yeah, very interesting approach to the table from Zheng. He has his feet pointed outwards on the shooting line when he's looking along the line of the shot, and then he steps inward back to the line, pivoting his feet. Very interesting indeed. I don't think I've ever seen a player do it like that. Yeah, we might get a glimpse of his shot approach here. Yeah, it's been quite a match for Ronnie. His last match of the tournament, I'm afraid. He bows out. A beautiful performance by Zheng. Congratulations to him. He advances to the next stage, last 16. Wasn't the best performance by Ronnie, but I have a feeling we're